Good morning, everyone. I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to Thankfully Thinking of You Thursday, where we're taking the letter T this week, and we're thinking of people in our lives whose names start with the letter T, who maybe need a little pick-me-up or a thank you or, just a hello, letting somebody know that you care kind of thing. So think while we're making cards today of somebody in your life whose name starts with a T, and maybe after this we'll all send out a bunch of cards. And of course, when we send out cards, we send out a whole bunch of smiles in the mail. Happy mail, yes. It's always wonderful opening up the mailbox and there's something other than bills. Good morning, Amy. Thanks for popping on. Just like Amy, if you are popping on, say hello. You can chit chat amongst yourselves. You can ask questions. I like it when you talk lots on the chat there. When I'm going through the video, hi Roz, hi Melissa, and you see something you absolutely like, you can chat, say, oh, that's wonderful, or oh, what a great idea, or you can give me lots of hearts. That kind of thing all helps with Facebook algorithms. Yes, big words. Oh, Gwen Clark, and oh, that's cute. Nice. Hello, you guys. Hi, Pam. So yes, it boosts Facebook algorithms, so then it gets my video out even more than say it would if you hadn't done all of those things. Also, if you share this video, if you like this free video, if you find it useful and you think somebody might benefit from this, feel free to share with all your friends and family. I would love it, just like Pam did. Thank you so much. All right, so this week, our big feature of the week has been the Enjoy the Moment stamp set. And this week, if you purchase this stamp set with me, I'm going to give you a sample of the well-suited twine. And I'm going to be using it today so you can see what it looks like. And I'll tell you the reason why I like it. Some twine, it can be pretty thick. This twine is so nice and thin. It's easy to tie. It's not bulky. Oh, my Harry Potter glasses love it. So that is why I like this twine. So I know you're going to find it useful on many of your projects. So just an extra perk if you purchase this stamp set with me this week. All right. So let's get rolling to the catalog here. I just wanted to show you that in the brand new mini catalog. Let's see, is that better? I just don't want it to be shiny in your eyeballs. In the brand new mini catalog, on page 59 is where this stamp set is located. One of the great things that Stampin' Up! Does, which I really appreciate, is that they put the stamp sets true to size in the catalog. So what you get, what that stamp, size is exactly the same size as it's going to be in the catalog. Unless, of course, it tells you like, it'll actually say like reduced 50%, reduced 70%, that kind of thing. So I love that they do that. Another thing that I absolutely love that Stampin' Up! Does is that they give us the recipes for the cards in the catalog. So definitely one of the perks of being a demonstrator or getting your starter kit is that you now have access to all of what products were used to create these cards. Now I saw this card and I really quite liked it. And so I thought, well, let's duplicate that in some different kind of ways. And, sometimes you get stuck with things, right? And so looking through your catalog for some simple ideas helps, I find. And so this one kind of stood out to me. And so I thought, let's make that one. So I went into the demonstrator website, and you like how I focus on one stamp set each week? Thank you. Yeah, I want to make I only purchase stamp sets and items that are kind of, I like. If I don't like them, I'm not getting them. I'm sorry, but that's probably not a great thing to say. And there are actually stamp sets that are not my thing, right? And so I don't purchase them. So I want to showcase an item in many different ways, because if it can't be used in many ways, I am too Ukrainian, too cheap to buy it. So that is kind of my philosophy, the reason behind why I buy certain things. If I don't love it, I'm not getting it. Now, I will say this set was actually a free set that came in the Onstage package, I believe. And so, Onstage, it came free with something. And so I first looked at it and I'm kind of like, But as I got seeing more projects with it, it kind of changed my mind, which is in hopes what I do to you. Maybe you look at a stamp set and you're like, no. But after seeing different projects made all week, it either for one is going to give you ideas on how to use a different stamp set, or two is going to show you how to use this and maybe, change your mind on a certain item. So that's me. That's me to a T. But yes, so there you go. So if you are interested in, getting one of all the perks that you can possibly get, incredible perks, you are welcome to join my team if you live in Canada. All that means is that you get a bunch of free stuff. It costs $135. And you get free things, especially now during celebration. And you get to join the Artsy Hearts team, which is my little team that I have. And we do little challenges. I give away more free stuff. And everybody's... I haven't met anybody that said, oh, I hated it. They all enjoyed the product they got for free and all the perks. Sometimes, it's just a little hard to keep up with... the selling and whatnot. Not that you have to sell at all, but, you have to make your minimums kind of thing. So anyways, if you're interested, you need to ask me about it. All right, so let's get rolling. I'm going to sort of emulate that sample. I didn't have the designer series paper that they had. I don't have everything in the catalog. Surprise, surprise. I'm sure there are some demonstrators out there that do, but like I said, I only get the ones that get the things that I absolutely love. But we are going to start off with our card base of mint macaron, and I'm actually using some of this. I think I want to play around with this paper next week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I love this. What is it? Fine Art Florals. See, I thought it was Sand and Sea. Fine Art Florals. But I just wanted something a little tamer as the background. So there we go. This measurement is 3 by 5. And then I have a piece of Whisper White that's going to kind of make the focal point with our stamp set here. And this is measuring at 3.5 by 3.5. So hopefully that helps you out. All right, let's get some stamping done. So for stamping colors to kind of match this whole scheme of things, I'm using Sahara Sand, Mint Macaron, and Petal Pink. I think that'll go, whoops, nicely. I need to raise this up a little bit so you can see more on the screen. Oh, let's turn that off. It's like not quite bright enough outside. It's too shiny with my silly light. Okay. All right. So now I'm just going to randomly, actually I'm going to do my sentiment first. Should I do enjoy the moment or friendship is found in simple things? Which one do you think I should use? You let me know. So maybe do E or F. Enjoy the friendship, or F for friendship. You let me know which stamp sentiment I should use on this card. It is beautiful. DSP Sue. Oh my goodness. I always love that painted look though. Yeah, it's gorgeous. At first I thought that set's images looked old and withered like myself. Oh, sheesh. Oh, Gina, I'm sure that's the farthest from the truth. Well, you know, I've never met you and I've never seen you, but you don't come across as old and okay, F, 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 E. All right, let's go with our friendship then. Sorry, Alice. We will use that sentiment on a different card. Okay, I think I'm going to use mint macaron for our saying because I kind of want it to stand out a little bit. And it'll just tie in that card base with this mint macaron saying. So I'm going to just place it kind of to the top center of our little 3.5 by 3.5 piece of cardstock here. Very pretty. Friendship is found in simple things. Now I'm going to use my petal pink and just kind of put the shapes and whatnot around the sentiment. So let's start with these. Let's start with these leaf thingies. My technical term. So I'll do a couple of those. It's a different color combo than I've ever used before. So it will be interesting to see how it turns out. Don't be afraid to just put a stem. That's okay. Okay, now let's go in with something else with our Sahara sand. I still love these little, I love the pom-poms and I love those whirly things. Those are my favorite. Oh, and the poppy heads and that, I don't know, oh, this thing. I do like those. All right, well, okay, let's go in with this. Big sea sponge or something, I don't know. Okay, I'm going full strength. Right there. And let's go put a stem right in that corner. Oh, I'm going to need a third thing. So let's do a little piece of one of these guys. Okay, so now I'm going to actually stamp off with the Sahara sand because of course that's going to give you a different color, right? So it's just a little bit lighter. That's what's fun about, you know, let's hang one upside down here. The ink pads, you get multi-function out of them because just based on how many times you stamp off, you get another color. Let's go in with a pom-pom. Indy, she had this big, huge snake, and she chewed off the little antenna of the caterpillar. So it's like this little pom-pom thing, and she, oh my gosh, she flicks it in the air, and she chases after it, she throws it. It's just absolutely adorable watching her with this thing. Anyways, so the pom-pom, we always say, you got your pom-pom! Yeah. Anyways, I just need a little something there, so I'm going to throw in those little seeds, stamping off. They almost look like coffee beans too, so if you need a multi-purpose stamp, there you go. Make those into coffee beans. Anniversary. Today's Alice's what? 37th anniversary. Wow, congratulations. That is a miracle, let me tell you. Especially in today's day and age. Way to go, Alice. That's awesome. Okay, so I am finished decorating my little piece here. So now I'm going to trim it into 3 sections. So my first cut is going to be at 2 3/8. 2 3/8, and I'm just going to move that to the side here and leave it kind of in the same direction. And then I'm going to go for my second cut at 1 1/8. How's everybody doing this morning, by the way? It is sunny here again, finally. The sun just, you know, makes you just does something to you, right? Okay, so here's my little box piece. I'm going to glue these pieces onto here before I actually attach it to the card. So I'm going to get out my snail. Here it is. I'm going to do the first, the inside panel first. Now, of course, you can use your trusty grid paper. Comes in handy. And guess what? Everybody can order this. It's not just a demonstrator thing. So I'm going to just lay this down. Let's go right there. Like so. And let's see, let's just make sure that's the right, yep. And I'm just putting glue kind of in the center portion where, you know, this will hit that. Okay, so now I'm going to just leave a little space, not too big, and lay that one down. So see how little? You don't want it to be too big as to lose the, oh, that's the same shape, right? You're cloudy, oh dear. Still -7, hey? Oh, Florida. You have the perfect temperature. All right, here we go again. I'm just kind of leaving a little gap in between there. Pardon me. And there we go. We have our kind of main part. But I want to use some thread because they had a little thread and a little bow. So I thought about this braided linen trim. It's kind of, you know, kind of rustic and not perfect, and I don't know, I thought it would be great for this project. So I'm just going to cut off a piece here and actually attach it to the card piece. Oh, look at that. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? Love it. And let's just lay our thread exactly where we want it and then tuck it behind. I'm going to pull it, make sure it's straight, and tuck it behind. And I want a little bow, so let's go in with, where did I put it? Let's make ourselves a little bow. I'm quiet, I must be concentrating, hey? Okay, and let's attach that with a blue dot. So I'm just going to take this back here, put the ribbon right to the glue dot, and pull the whole thing off. And I like to do 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's just attach that to our little crossways thread here. Isn't that cute? I'm liking these colors. I think they're stunning. Okay, so let's take our dimensionals now and pop this layer up. I think it just needs, you know, just a little, being raised, it just adds a little bit of something, right? It's not just this flat project. Okay, let's take these little backings off. You should see my floor right now. I'm shocked Kevin hasn't, you know, got after me. He usually does. They usually end up migrating out to the, you know, other area, and well, you know. Okay, let's put this right in the center. So pretty. Isn't that nice? I love it. How easy was that? So neat. And you know, like you could have just left this 3x3, 3.5 by 3.5 paper the way it was, but just by splitting it up a little bit, just adds kind of a little bit of interest, a little bit of something, right? Like it's not just slapped on, not that it would be, but just a little something different to make it a little more unique. I think I know what I want to use. champagne rhinestones. Those seem to go with absolutely everything, but this is going to look stunning. Let me get my take your pick tool, and let's put one there. You know what this reminds me of? Like the mint of the, what was it, the 90s? I think it was in the 90s, where they had mint and pink and Pepto-Bismol. It kind of gives me that vibe. So anyways, there we go. Add a little bling, and our card is done. Easy layout, right? Simple, simple. And really, I mean, you can just find little scraps of this, that, and the other, and just coordinate your ink colors, and done. So there's that one. Okay, let's move on to our next example. And for this one, I'm going to actually use the Oh So Ombre DSP that I believe is free in Celebration. So I got this package of paper for free. There are 5 different colors: Blackberry Bliss, Granny Apple Green, Rococo Rose. Maybe it's 3. Oh, and Misty Moonlight. There's another color, let me know. So I thought these, you know, Granny Apple Green by itself is pretty, and I actually was. I know, let me show you. I was actually going to use this, which would, I think, work. Magenta no. Yeah, Magenta Madness. I think it could work. But I thought, no, I want to calm it a little bit. And so I thought, no, let's go with Misty Moonlight. But, you know, good for me for trying, right? You know how I don't like, bright colors. Okay, so this is going to be our little piece that goes across there. But instead of using Whisper White this time, I decided to use a piece of just kind of plain colored DSP, and let's stamp on it. Why not, right? Okay, so for Alice here, we are going to do Enjoy the Moment, and the colors I'm going to use, let me show you, are Granny Apple Green, Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to throw in some basic gray. I think that might look nice. So, I think let's go with Misty Moonlight for our sentiment. So once again, I'm just kind of going in the middle, kind of closer to the top. Enjoy the moment. Nice. And let me get my Simply Chamois and clean off these other stamps that we use so I don't accidentally mix the colors up on my ink pads. Wonder, I just had a thought and it just went out of my head that as fast as it came in. Oy, oy, oy. Oh well. Okay, we didn't use the seed head this last time, so let's throw that in there. Let's use some basic gray for that one. But I don't know, let's have a look at how dark it's going to be full strength. I think I want it lighter. So let's go our second generation or stamped off. So 1, and then I'll go in and put this here. Yeah, that's good. Let's do it again. Maybe one more time. Put it right here. There we go. Okay, now let's throw in some other colors of things. Let's go in with Granny Apple Green and Let's use this smaller, oh, I think they're Chinese lanterns, maybe. See how dark this looks. I think it's going to be okay, just full strength. There, I stamped off once. Woohoo! Good thing I'm wearing green. Let's put one in there. I think I'm going to stop there. Okay, I think I want to break this up because it's kind of like a little staunch. So what I'm going to do is take my Granny Apple Green blender pen, and let's just flick on some dots, do some splattering, and it just helps it calm down a little bit, a little less perfect. So there we go. I think that's going to look pretty. So now we're going to do our little chop chop. The first cut is going to be at 2 3/8. Our second cut is going to be 1 1/8. And I'm just trying to leave these all in the same order so I don't mix them up. And we're going to take our piece here and attach those 3 layers to it. So I'm going to take the, ooh, that looks so nice. I like it. Could have done that color. All right, let me line this up with my grid paper just to help me out a little. And let's put that one there. And our next one, so I'm just putting glue in the center. Just leaving a tiny space in between. And our next one. Little space. Good, good. And what was I going to use for the, oh yes, the ribbon. I'm going to use this well-suited twine that I'm going to be giving away this week. Like I said at the beginning, it's so nice and thin. It's not like bulky like the country, that golf set was. They were pretty bulky and it was hard to use them. This is nice and thin and easy to use and easy to make bows and tie and all sorts of things. So you will want to get some of these, some of this for sure. Okay, I'm going to need a little bit longer. Make a little bow. Just shrink those tails a little and cut off the remaining. See what I mean? It's just nice and fine. I like it. Just a little something there. Okay, on the back, let's put on dimensionals to pop this layer up, and that'll also help hold our twine down. So I like that this paper has this design, or you can get the ombre kind of version. So this works perfectly for this layout idea. Okay, let's add our main piece to the card base, and voila. Let's see, what kind of embellishments shall I add? Want hits of gold. Could be neat. There's the little silver metallic pearls. I do have the in color, whatever they are, dots maybe. This I think is too much. Yeah. So, I think this is too familiar, although it would bring in more of the misty moonlight. This I think is too blingy. So I think I'm just gonna go with those metallic pearls, the silver metallic pearls. They're just, you know, easy. There we go. And our card is the knee. Pretty, pretty. There we go. So that's the second card. Our last card that I'm going to show you, I thought, you know, what if we made monochromatic look? So all of the stuff was the same, but we relied on pattern and texture to kind of distinguish the layers. Why not try, right? So here's what I'm using, Blushing Bride. I used another layer here that's almost the size of the card base, and I ran it through with the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder. So it kind of gives you that oh, what's that called? Not stucco, but you know, like in the not even in the 80s, when my parents still have this kind of wall where they kind of just use that plaster to kind of all over the place. That's what it reminds me of. So that's kind of a neat folder. It's very random and interesting. So I'm going to put that layer down, and then for our centerpiece I have another layer of Blushing Bride, but I ran it through that brick embossing folder to give it some. Did you have a chance to see this one? Did I hold that up? It's kind of neat, hey? That, and then our Blushing Bride square. So let's see what it looks like. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to say, let's use that Enjoy the Moment. And this time, let's do something a little bit different. Let's go with our Versamark. And let's emboss in gold. Do you look like brush strokes to you? Oil painting, yes. Yeah, where they sometimes use that knife, yes. This time, instead of in the middle, okay, let's be brave. This is as risk-taking as I get, I tell you. Let's move over to the right-hand side and put the sentiment over there. Why not? Let's give it a try. And let's emboss with gold embossing powder. Now my two trays are otherwise occupied, so I'm just going to use a piece of paper that I folded in half and just pour my gold embossing powder over top. Tapping off the excess. Make sure you get rid of any little bits that you don't want there, because once you cook it, it's there for good. Okay, now I gotta find a spot for this where I don't tip it everywhere. All right, let's heat this up. Watch the magic. Give me some hearts if you love embossing. Okay, let's add, let me get my Blushing Bride ink. Let's stick with the Blushing Bride. And the only thing that's going to be a hit of different is going to be the ribbon, which I'll show you in a second, and the sentiment. So I just want to make sure these are clean before I use them. All right, let's use this big seed head, Blushing Bride. the pom-poms. Yay, pom-poms. Let's put another one somewhere here. It reminds me of the chicken. You know that hay chick, that one that has the wild and woolly hair? Reminds me of that. Let's throw in one of, let's do some of these big leaves. I do like these. Let's go this direction. Let's add my favorites. Such a cutie. I think that looks good. All right, let's cut this now. And our first cut is 2 3/8. Phew. Oh, I think I'm going to move this over just a tad because I see I'm going to be pretty close to, there we go, to the sentiment. So I'm going to do 2 1/4 for this one. It's not really about having it exact. It's more about just giving the illusion that it kind of is. Let's go with 1 1/8. We'll stick with that one for the other two. Oh, so pretty. Whoops, see, I did that wrong. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Okay, here we go. So now I'm going to put this onto our little brick layer here. Lining it up. Put the center piece first. The first piece first. Just leave that little wee gap. And then this one. Like so. Okay, so now I used this ribbon yesterday and look at that. I love it. I absolutely love it. Hey, should we add some Wink of Stella? Yeah, let's do it. This just is calling for something. Let's add a little, just along some of the lines here. Be a little surprise when they kind of move the card and you're like, oh, what's that? Put a little bit of something in the pom-poms. Pom-pom, you got your pom-pom? Shocked she hasn't come running. Do, 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 do. This, let's go on the kind of more white parts. That'll help pick up the shimmer. See, I could just go plain, but I don't know. I like the gold. I think I'm just gonna go straight across. Just let the ribbon do the talking by itself because it's that pretty. Let's flip this over. Add a little bit of seal on the back there. Oh, so pretty. Okay, let's flip this over and add our dimensionals to put it onto, let's attach this painted layer to our card base. I'm going to use liquid glue because it's very bumpy and I want to make sure that it stays on the paper, gets in those little cracks and crannies. So see how it's almost the size of the card base. All right, now we can add this on. Putting a little piece on that ribbon just to help hold it where you want it. Dun, 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 dun. Pretty. I like it. Now, what about the gold metallic pearls? We could use those, or even that, just, I don't know. The champagne rhinestones would look pretty too. Let's have a look. I don't know. What do you think? Pearls, or we'll say gems? P or G, or should we say R? P or R? P for pearls, R for rhinestone. What should we use? Pearls or rhinestones? Can you see? Move this more to the light. Maybe if I hold it up to it would help. Pearls are the rhinestones. Got a P. Gold, R. P, 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 R, R, P. Okay, I think we're going with pearls. Got it. Thanks for your help. What do you think about the sentiment off to the right-hand side as opposed to in the center? Give me some hearts if you like that. Give me some sad faces. If woman, just, you should have just left, you know, good alone. All right, there we go. Isn't it pretty? It's so neat, hey? Who would have thought? All right, so let me just show you the three before I show you some other examples that I did. The three that we made today. And I'd love to hear which one is your favorite. So we can go green, pink, or blue. So tell me which one is your favorite, green, pink, or blue. I think I have my favorite. These almost look like cacti a little bit, like a barrel cactus. You could probably use it for that. Blue, pink, pink then green, green and blue, pink, pink then green, pink, the first one. Blue. You like the sentiment on the side, Donna? Me too, actually. It's kind of fun. The blue. Lots of blues. Wow. Neat. I think this one's my favorite. I don't know why. Maybe it's the calmest feeling. I don't know. I don't know. Neat. I love that everybody loves different ones, right? Okay, so those are the three that I made. Now check this one out. I did use the Magenta Madness, but in a different way. This one's the True Love DSP. So I made my Magenta Madness background here, my card base. And look what I don't, do you see a mistake here? So I didn't line this. This one should have been this way, because as you'll notice, the end of the seed pod here is not there. So I did it backwards, but I don't think it's going to take away from anything. I think it's just, you know, it's okay. So there again, I use DSP as a little bit of a background, use DSP as the kind of the layered piece, and then, you know, added the hit of pink with the sentiment, and then a couple colored pearls with the Stampin' Blends. Whoa, lots of pow to this one, right? Neat. Okay, this one, where are all my purple fans at? I decided to use the Hydrangea Hill DSP. So even though there's a tiny pattern on this, I thought, no, let's emboss onto it, and I think it would, you know, be okay. So there we go. It's not bad, hey? So you can actually emboss the shapes. And, you know, I just did Gorgeous Grape for that main sentiment, and, you know, threw in a hit of green, the Mossy Meadow. Who knew, right? So there's that one. And then this one, look at this one. Not only did I change the direction, but I use Well Suited, so it's that masculine paper, and it's got hits of Cajun Cray. So I actually colored in those seed pods. I used all the same 2 seed pods for the whole thing. I put the Happy Birthday across there, and there's that beautiful twine again, that Night of Navy. I did fleck on some whatchamacallit, and I'm really liking these things. I used my blending brush, just around the edges of this, just to soften the weight, because it was too in your face, and I thought, let's just tame that down a little bit. So just by adding a little bit around the outsides, just calmed it down. So there you go. Who knew? You can tip it sideways, you can emboss on there, and you can go wild and woolly with the DSP and the colors. So I hope you have enjoyed. Is there a trick to tie in your bows? Practice. Yes, exactly what Roz is saying. Practice, practice, practice. I don't do that first knot when I tie them. I just go straight into, that's not good ribbon to tie with. I'll try and show you. Here, maybe let's get this out of the way so it's not distracting you. Are the blending brushes Stampin' Ups? Yes, they just came out with them in the brand new catalog. That's why I've been playing around with them. So yes, we do have them. Yeah, you've wasted so much. So just make your loop. You leave yourself lots of string. Don't force yourself to try and, because it'll make you frustrated and you'll give up. So leave yourself lots of a tail. Like, look at how much I'm using. Make your loop, go around the loop, and in through that circle. Pull it. It's going to look weird. Okay, but that's when you start, you know, kind of twisting and fiddling with your tails and your loops, tightening as you go. Now I used a lot, but just to get started. Okay, and don't cut any off, and then, you know, try it again, right? Like, so you can just undo it, practice it again, so you're not wasting anything. So we're doing a loop, wrap around the loop, and tuck this little piece in through the circle, and pull, and then play. There is a technique that you can use a fork. If you go on YouTube and type in like tying bows with a fork, there is that way. I just never have my fork, and my hands are here, and just after practice, 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 you get it, right? So just like everything else, but there again, I haven't lost anything. I can just undo it and I'm still good. So just practice. Start off with your loop. Don't start off with trying to make a knot. Start off with the loop, go around the loop, and in through the circle. And then fancy it up. All right? Do that again. One more time. Okay, one more time. Can I get, maybe I'll get this lower and see if I can get closer. Okay, so here's my long piece of string that's still attached to my ribbon here. Make yourself a loop. Go around the loop and in where your thumb is, in through that circle. And pull. And then just hold this centerpiece when you start making these ears. Just kind of even them out. And then give them the final pull, and then you can cut off the tails. Shoelace might be tricky because it'd be so thick that I don't know, it wouldn't feel, it might be clunky. This is nice. I don't know if you have this linen, braided linen trim. This is really nice to work with. It's stiff, but it's not hard. It's just thick enough that it's not as tough as, say, the twine would be, because this is so little that it can get lost really quickly. What other ribbon would be easy to work with? I don't know if you have the gray granite, the satin. That would be okay. Yeah, a little trickier because it's definitely stiffer. But and sometimes I just leave the bow on there if I decide not to use it. You have the gingham ribbon. This is a good one. This is comfortable to make with. It's just the right flexible whatnot. Need to hire you for my bow tying. I always tie my bows for my card classes because I know people stress over that. I had one lady, she'd see a card with a bow and she already started stressing. So, you know, I don't want that to be the focus of your card when you're making the card, right? Don't stress out over it. So I always tie the bows for everybody just to get that out of the way. It's easy for me. I sit and watch TV, blah, blah, blah. I'll pop out, 20 of them. It's no big deal. So anyways, hopefully that's been helpful. So once again, this is the feature of the week. I'm not sure if I'm going live tomorrow. Well, I definitely won't be going live. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to tape tomorrow's video or not. So if it's there, hooray. If it's not, I don't know. I'll try to get to it on the weekend because it is a cool technique I really wanted to use with this stamp set because I think it would be so cool. Anyways, if you get this stamp set with me this week, I'm going to give you some of that amazing lightweight twine that I know you'll want to add to your projects. So pretty. So there is where you're going to go shopping, jenhouston.stampinup.net, and that's the host code for right now. The host code allows me to get you extra little prizes to send out in the mail. So that way, if you order with me, I'm able to get some extra little things that I can, treat you with. So that's the point of the host code. Just a last reminder, today is the last day for Chopped to register. So I've got 4 people signed up already for Canada. I believe Lisa has 5 or 8, can't remember. So if you are in the US, check out with Lisa, send her your money. She's charging $7, and since I'm in Canada, ours is 10. So there we go. Also, I am offering this wonderful paper and ribbon share. So if anybody's interested in that, that's one way to get a little bit of everything without having to buy a complete set. So we're going to share amongst each other all of the items. Anything else to share? Thank you, Norma Jean. That's, yes, good luck at my appointment. Hopefully that will help my feet. My feet are giving me incredible grief, and so I'm going to see a person about getting some orthotics, because I don't know if my old ones are just worn out and old, or if, I don't know, if I just need extra support in certain areas or something. I'm not sure what's going on. That reminds me, I was going to ask, this is a silly question. Anybody going through menopause experience a burning tongue? I am having this burning tongue issue. I went to the dentist and she said, oh yes, it's a menopause thing. It can be a menopause thing. That, you know, just, I've got these Theratabs, so that it makes you salivate more. I've been drinking water enough to, like, you know, flood the oceans. But it just doesn't seem to be settling down. So if anybody has some advice for me, you've experienced this, what you've tried, please let me know, because I have about had it with my tongue. Who knew there was such a thing? Everybody advertises the hot flashes, but nobody tells you all these other weird things. Anyways, there you go. What an ending, right? I hope you have a great evening, and hopefully I will get things ready for tomorrow, but if not, I will see you Saturday. I'm going to get that set up. The color question for next week. As well as Sunday, show off your projects, sharing Sunday, and show me what you've been working on all week. That's always a neat thing to, you had dry mouth. I do have dry mouth because of my medication, but I've had that for years and years and years, so I don't know what's new. I don't know why it would be an issue now, but maybe I talk more now. I don't know. Mental pause. Oh my Lanta, it's crazy. Yeah, who knew? Anyways, thank you so much. Don't forget to sign up for Chopped, and I will talk to you later. Have a great night, everyone.